Welcome to Tech video series on Excel 2016. Tonight we are going to be working with text again in Excel, and we can do some editing, change case, and also some concatenate as well, where we see a few more features than we did in the previous video. You notice that I have a set of names in lowercase, then uppercase, the lowercase again, then what we call title case or proper case. Just ignore the surnames for now. Then over here you'll see that you have the initial dot surname, and on the last column you see initial surname, not all in lowercase. So we'll see how to do all those in just this one video. So to do that, I will remove these names from here and also these ones. So how do we get uppercase? We use the upper formula, so equal upper, over your parentheses, get your first address, close the parentheses, press enter, and there you go. And now if you can do upper, you can also do lower. So we can now change the what is in the E column back to lowercase. So that is equal lower. You pick up this one as well, E5, close, and there you go. This time around we want to have the first letter capitalized. So it's equal, proper, and I will use this one, close, and there you go. Now you have the name spelled the way that we normally spell them in English, with the capital letter. Now we want to combine the surname and the first name as we did in the previous video. But this time we are not going to use the first name at all. We're going to use the first letter in the first name. So we'll use the initial and the surname, and we will add, and then we will eventually go back and add a dot, or what you call a period, between the initial and the surname. So again, we go to concatenate. And to get the first letter rather than the full name, we're going to say left. And of course, I have to open another parenthesis there. You click on the first name. Close the parenthesis, put in your separator, and add the next location. We will look at it first, and we go back and modify it. So you see I have now W Gibson, and we need to have a dot between the W and the G. So how do we do that? We go back to the formula, and we pick this position here just before the second address. We will add double quotes, dot, double quotes, and then another separator. Now anything that falls between two sets of quotes is a literal value, and that will show on the screen. So therefore, your formula is saying read the first letter in the I column, place a dot after it, and follow it up with the value that is in the J column. And there you go. Now I can copy that down and replicate the formula to all the others. Now if I wanted to put a space as we would normally do in English after the dot, then I can go back and modify the formula to do that. So here we have quote, dot, quote. All you need to do, go right after the dot and put your space. So now you see there's a space after, because a space is what we call a null character. So actually, between the quotes, there are two characters. There's a dot, and there's also the null character. So I can now copy that down again. And now they all look, as we say, proper. In the last case, what we're going to do, we want to put the W Gibson again, but let's assume that we are building an email address, so that we want the W touching the G, and we want to get rid of the capitals. That is where we will introduce the lower into our formula. So equal, not the word again, and we're going to say again left, because we only want the first letter. Well, but we also want it to be lower. Open again. We add our address. Close for the address. Close for lower. Put the separator. You want another lower. Open. Get your surname. That's J5. Close for J5. And then close for the entire formula. So we have here concatenate left lower. So you take the first letter from I5 and put it in lowercase, and then you take the whole word from J5, but you put it in lowercase as well. And there you go. So you can now copy that down to the others. So we have uppercase, your formula. You have lowercase formula. You have the propercase formula. We also have the concatenate, where we introduce a dot and a space between the initial and the word. And finally, we have lowercase with no dot. Enjoy.